Hello viewers, today's video is dedicated to all the parents, teachers and educators who shape and nurture the young minds so that our society has the best of people encompassing it. As a parent or an educator, we all want our children to have great virtues and qualities of great men on whom we look up to, who inspire us. Some parents may desire their child to be as Rabindranath Tagore, who is so culturally rooted in our system, as a powerful leader as Mahatma Gandhi, whom millions of people followed, or as Einstein or Shakespeare, who transformed the nation with their ideas. We always want our children to have great values and morals. We want to see our children grow up to be successful leaders, to have strong character and to lead an ethical life. Yet another revolutionary was Swami Vivekananda. We want our children to have those great virtues and qualities which was present in Swami Vivekananda. His discipline, motivation to keep learning, acquiring vast knowledge, sharpness of mind, and sharing great ideas with the world has inspired many great minds and will continue to inspire many generations to come. But as a parent, how can we inculcate these values in the life of our children? Let us learn from a very small story from the life of Swami Vivekananda and try to understand how his parents helped him to become from a small boy Narendra to whom we all know today as Swami Vivekananda. We all know that in the life of Swami Vivekananda, his mentor, Sri Ramakrishna Paramhans, played an extremely important part. But even before the entry of Sri Ramakrishna Paramhans into the life of Swami Vivekananda, it was his mother who inspired the small Narendra to become a great human being. Right from a very early age, Narendra was extremely curious to know and learn about spirituality and to understand God. Whenever any religious discourse used to happen in his locality, he used to be there to participate and learn. In one such religious discourse, he participated and listened attentively to each and every word spoken by the Guruji. After the session was over, Narendra went to him and asked him, "Guruji, in your speech you have praised Hanumanji a lot. I am very impressed with the stories you have narrated and I have this desire to meet Hanumanji. Please advise, where can I find him?" Guruji thought that since he was a child and so he should be responded in an easy manner, Guruji told him that Hanumanji loves bananas and often after his day's work, he usually goes to the banana farm to enjoy bananas. This small child Narendra that day, after the evening discourse was over, did not go to his home but went directly to the banana farm to wait for Lord Hanumanji to come so that he could meet him. Narendra kept waiting and waiting the whole night. At last, when the sun was about to rise, with sadness and disappointment, he left for his home. His mother opened the door and saw little Narendra standing. Now, what do maximum parents do in such type of situation? They shout, scold, question their child about their whereabouts, scream at them and ask as why aren't they responsible and keep a track of time, etc., etc. But Narendra's parents were great parents. His mother was a wise person. So, instead of shouting, she embraces him and welcomes him. Narendra gets emotional and asks innocently, "Mother, why did Hanumanji did not come? I waited for him a lot." His mother gave a very intelligent and an emotional response. she told that maybe Lord Ram has assigned Hanumanji some very important work. That's why he could not have come to meet you. But if you keep on seeking, keep on looking for him, and keep praying, then one day you will surely find him. This was the day when his mother ignited the spark of curiosity in him, inspired him to keep seeking, keep searching for his questions. And in my understanding, this was the day when in the small Narendra, Swami Vivekananda was born. If his mother would have shouted, then maybe he would have become a scholar, doctor or an engineer, and through him the world would have got a good professional. But the world would never ever have got a great Swami Vivekananda. When we shout at a child, when we tell a child inappropriate things, at that time we kill the genius inside him, and no one realizes that inside a child there was a potential Swami Vivekananda which has died. But when we show unconditional love, acceptance, and help him by giving him the wings to fly, then one day the child too can become a genius. I would like to conclude this thought with a very profound saying by an author, Diana Lumans. And I quote, "If I had my child to raise all over again, I would build self-esteem first and the house later. I would finger paint more and point the finger less. I would do less correcting and more connecting. I would take my eyes off my watch and watch with my eyes. I would take more hikes and fly more kites. I would stop playing seriously and seriously play. I would run through more fields and gaze at more stars. I would do more hugging and less tugging." Unquote. So let's make our best effort to give this society and the world great leaders. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.